Good evening, one. Good evening, all, and welcome yet again to Grid Vision. We are here presenting the J&M Group Monday Night Cup Series live from virtual Charlotte Motor Speedway. And who's we this week? Well, it's me, Jolo, up in the booth with a bit of a frog in my throat. Sorry about that. Joined as usual by Sheldon Atkins with Austin Derbyshire, making it all happen and piloting the Grid Vision satellite camera as it zooms down in on Charlotte Motor Speedway. Sheldon, are you ready for 125 laps with these boys around in what is the first round of their playoff series tonight?
Yeah, I'm definitely ready for the race, but I'm more so concerned. Why do you have an amphibian in your esophagus, Joe?
Well, it's better than having butterflies. Better than having butterflies in my stomach, right?
True. It's the last thing you need is cocoons growing up in there. But yeah, no, Charlotte, you know, the American capital of motorsports, basically. All the big cup teams and everything just a couple miles down the road in real life. But here tonight, it's still everybody's home track is first track that everybody really gets the opportunity to cut their teeth on here in the iRacing service, because one of the very few pieces of free content that we get to take home with us when we first purchase iRacing. But historic Speedway, been around since the 60s. Lots of great moments have happened here, and lots of chaotic ones as well, as we get a look here at our current playoff standings.
All right, looking good. Let's just break down the list here. Do the top 20. Justin Lewis in first, Corolla Steele in second, Maxwell Caldwell in third, Trevor Dalton in fourth, Cale Peterson in fifth, Ronnie Hurst in sixth, Chris Cornett in seventh, Todd Merkel in eighth, Michael Matta in ninth, and Jonathan Casper in 10th.
A lot of big names there in that top 10. It's going to be interesting to see what everybody's capable of here tonight, as I hand you guys the keys to the race. And starting off, one of the most important things, you want to wrap that blue line. You want to stay down on the inside of the track as much as possible here. I know I say that every week, but that's what's most integral with this current tire package that we have here on iRacing. And Charlotte, there's a lot of grip that can be made on that inside line. As thick of a radius as the paint is down there, there's a little bit of extra grip as opposed to the asphalt itself, because it doesn't slick up the same way. So you can really make a lot of time keeping that left side painted to it. And number two, it's going to be turn two. It's Calamity Corner. A lot of big wrecks happen out of turn two. Historically, we've seen some pretty chaotic things happening there, and for multiple reasons. Reason number one, you got a lot of elevation change in the corner, a lot of bumps, and then the change from the banking to the flat can make for very dicey moments when you're running side by side here. And then round it all up, don't barrel it down pit road, because if you barrel it down pit road, odds are you're going to hit the barrels at the entrance to pit road. With the Roval being added here in 2018, they put up a big old concrete wall, and that concrete wall very much in the way of the pit entrance. And if you send it down a little too hard, car gets a little light on you, you could snap and knock the whole front clip off the car before you can even blink.
All right, those are three solid sets of instructions here, three solid bits of advice that I hope maybe some of the drivers got a chance to hear before the night kicks off here. But let's go ahead and do our picks for tonight's race. If we look over the list of people who have put down times in tonight's race, I personally went with the number 20 of Cale Peterson. I think that's who I'm going. Oh, number 7, excuse me, of Cale Peterson. That's who I'm going with tonight.
Well, actually, you picked the 20 of Cale Peterson. I picked the 7 machine of Justin Lewis.
Yeah, that's okay. I wasn't even looking too close there. Much better. Mistakes are made, but no, I got to go with the 7 machine, man. He's been so fast all season, and I feel like, there's a reason he's up at the top of the chart right now in the pecking order, and I feel like that's going to continue here tonight. There's a reason that 7 machine's on top of the totem pole. All righty, and down in the truck, Austin Derbyshire with Nathan Cross. Number 17 car. We have a nice pick here, 27 and 17. That's 27 and 17. Your pick 3 for tonight. If you're a gambling man, that's a good weekly pick 3 for the lotto, I'd say. I think that's fun. I like doing a lottery picks from our picks. I think that's the way to do it. All right. Let's find out where things are going to get kicked off tonight here at Charlotte. You did mention that it's a piece of free media that we get through the iRacing service. So if you yourself if you're watching someone that you know who's done a little iRacing, or you are an iRacing fan yourself, you know what we're talking about probably.
Here come the cars. All right, starting grid, folks. Let's break it down for you here at Charlotte with the entrance for tonight's race. Here on the grid, first things first, we've got, excuse me, 1 second here. We've got Justin Lewis and Trevor Dalton leading things off here. In the second row, we've got Andrew Pileshi and Maxwell Caldwell. Joshua Yarborough in fifth with Michael Matta in sixth. Corolla Steele in seventh with Ronnie Hurst in eighth. Adam Lowe in ninth and Todd Merkel in 10th.
And starting off in 11th place here this evening, we will have the 10 machine of Dominic Batts with Eric Johnson is outside in 12th. 13th place, Jacobs all in the 25 with Mark Cousin in 14th. Starting 15th, going to be Steve Sabatino with Cale Peterson to his outside. Then rolling off the grid here in 17th, going to be Nathan Cross with Chris Cornett starting 18th. And Chris Cornett also being the final of our playoff contenders. Then running out the field is going to be Drew Kuhn and Benjamin Smith.
And you might see a few unique initials out in the field tonight, folks, if you're watching here. Those are the guys who are in direct competition for the title, this being the first round of the playoffs. So if they have a B, that's B for Bravo, well done, in front of their name, they are in the they running for the competition for the belt. Looks like any minute here we'll be getting things rolling off. There goes the pace car. And that's him, the 27 of Dalton, leading things off on the outside. Setting the pace as we try to get everything rolling here at the same time. Everyone's got to get stacked up here, folks. Thank you for joining us here on Grid Vision. If you're joining us for the start of the race, it's nice to have you. Looks like we're going to be going around another lap here before we get things started, so we got some time now. But again, it's nice to have you here, folks, for this playoff series. Look at these guys. I give bet the playoffs have probably got them a little bit spooked in some cases. You know, do you race a playoff guy differently? You know, they say that you should just race everyone as carefully as you'd always race them. But how about you, Sheldon? Do you take a little extra care around some guys you know might be racing for the playoffs?
Absolutely. I mean, look, if I've made it this far in the season and I know there's no way that I can, hold the championship belt in a couple weeks. Last thing I want to do is get out here, make a mistake, possibly some of these guys that is locked in, like a Justin Lewis or a Trevor Dalton, guys that you expect to make it that deep into the playoffs. I'd hate to go out there and make a mistake and, possibly cost them a chance. Now, it doesn't mean I'm not going to race them, but, I won't take the same risk with these guys that, I was taking, say 2 weeks ago at Pocono, sending it down to a corner, be a little more conservative and lenient, but definitely be still ready to try to blow the doors off if I get the chance.
Yes, sirree. And now the lights are off in the pace car as we're getting this lap let out here. Still trying to get that inside line stacked up, it looks like a little bit. Big gap forming here. Let's see if maybe, there we go. We can get a few cars tucked in here on the inside line, and we'll have a nice clean side-by-side start here once things get kicked off. Now here down through the back stretch. Three and four coming up. We are about to get going, folks. So make sure you've got your drinks ready. Make sure you've already stretched here on the edges of your seats like myself. Here to see the guys on the J&M Group Monday Night Cup Series take things to the line. 125 laps coming right up here of Charlotte Motor Speedway, live on Grid Vision. And we are go, go, go here on Grid Vision.
The first turn, here comes Pileshi with a really good advantage over the 27 machine of Dalton. Leclerc on the bottom line here. Move Pileshi up to P1. Dalton trying to fight back off the back straightaway, but not able to get the momentum he's looking for. Is the majority of the pack here. Kind of single follow up at the front, but a little bit of side-by-side, starting in 7th place with Eric Johnson and Cale Peterson.
Yeah, that side-by-side goes directly behind them as well, but Johnson and Peterson now straightening out very quickly, just about as quickly as they were side-by-side there. The front line seems to not want to be too side-by-side going into this thing here. They're all tucking down to the inside line, pretty much like you said, but here at the front, Trevor Dalton and Andrew Pileshi. Pileshi is not sticking down to the inside line. He's going high to the outside now, trying for that first place spot.
Side by side here through 3 and 4. Dalton to the outside lane here, trying to get the advantage. Pileshi just barely clears him here on the front straightaway. Dalton taking the lead early here from Charlotte. Lap 2 going to the 27 machine.
That's right. Lap 3 coming up here. It's a good competition. We're going to see if Andrew Pileshi has got anything more. Ooh, into the wall in the back a little bit there. We've already got some smoke flying here. Some guys are getting a little bit excited there on the pedal. But here, Cale Peterson just ahead of the 87 of Mark Kazin as they go into the tri-oval. Everyone has kind of straightened out. It's a little bit of 2x2 action here. Nope. Just as fast as it arrives, it goes away. These guys do not want to be challenging each other too much. They want to be making passes and then getting back in line.
Also, Andrew Poussin, thank you for joining the grid here with the recent subscription. Good to have you on board. So watch down the back straightaway, side by side, the 8 machine of Johnson trying to make something happen with the 11 of Smith.
Can they
Sorry,
do
that's
it?
the 43 of Sabatino there, isn't it? Yes, it is. My bad. My eyes jumped there, guys.
It's all right, brother. Sabatino is high on the outside now. He's almost 3 wide. Here comes the 11. He wants to send it 3 wide. Whoa! Potential almost the contact there between the 11 and Benjamin Smith in the 11 behind him. Between him and the, I think that's Eric Johnson in the 8 back there. Now Chris Cornett side by side here also.
Cornett starting deepest in the field here. If your playoff hopefuls. Got a long way to go to get to the front. He doesn't want to burn up the tires too quick though, because one thing about Charlotte is it will wear them out pretty quick if you're not careful.
It's got that kind of that kind of surface to it.
Oh yeah.
And up at the front, Trevor Dalton crossing the line from 6 into 7, still leading things. Andrew Pileshi still within 2/10 of Dalton up here at the front. Maxwell Caldwell within 1/10 of them. Very, very close right now. Lines of 2, lines of 4 forming here and there around Charlotte as we're approaching the double digits slowly but surely. Looking for the first 10 of 125, and let's see if we can keep it clean.
Dalton hanging on to 3/10 of a second advantage as we see Cornett now the first guy to really opt to go for that outside line here through 1 and 2. Trying to make quick work of this pack here. Knows that he's got to get up to the front as soon as he possibly can. Does not want to be stuck in traffic and end up falling backwards in the dirty air once the tires start to wear as he gets to the back bumper. The 2 machine of Merkel through 3 and 4. Not able to get the momentum, though, to really make anything happen to the 2 machine right now. Going to have to stay back in line, but up to 6th already for Chris Cornett. As we get a beautiful view from the hood of that 88 machine, courtesy of our incredible producer, Austin Derbyshire.
Pulling the levers, pushing the buttons, and now making it look even better here. Pull the lever, Kronk. Oh, yes. Late, great Eartha Kitt.
Cornett's able to get by Todd Merkel there through 1 and 2. Now setting his sights on the 58 machine of Lowe. And he's going to go high to try and pass Lowe.
Seems like I was going to say, seems like an intuitive solution.
Down the back straightaway, Chris Cornett cutting his way through the field up to 4th now from basically shotgun on the field. That 88 machine's definitely got something up underneath the hood.
Yes, sir. Cornette, very, very good right now. He was sitting at 18 when this started, just barely off the back of the pack, and now he's up 14 places, sitting 4th overall.
And that is no small feat at Charlotte, because you can get mired in traffic and just really struggle an entire race here with this Cup car and this aero package we have. My only concern, though, is he's charged through this field really quick. How is the longevity on those Goodyear Eagles going to stick with him?
It's a darn good question, my friend. Let's talk a little bit about struggle, because a lot of these guys up here in the top 10, they've all charged a little bit. They've all moved up a little bit from where they started. That's only possible from somebody moving down. That's Justin Lewis. The number 7 car has settled right in the middle of the pack at the number 9 spot. He's gone down 8 positions from where he started, maybe just saving tire. I think that might be his main goal right now, just settle in and save some tires.
I think it's more than that, honestly. I think a part of it, too, is that he just wants to save a little bit of fuel to make sure he's good to the end. 60% fuel cell here means the strategy is really different compared to, you know, what we typically see out of an A Open or a NIS like we're used to. So right now, Lewis just being calculated. You see him sticking to that blue line, at least attempting to on those left side tires, trying to keep as much life in those right sides as he possibly can, and probably a little bit extra gas in it, too. You know, the longer you stay on the bottom, the less throttle you have to use to really get up off the corner. And it allows you to save just a little bit more of that precious race fuel.
That sweet, sweet race fuel, that delicious Sunoco fuel that keeps these cars rolling.
One thing that I'm seeing that's unique out of this 88 machine, though, is he is not shifting. A lot of these guys shifting down to 4th gear to try and get a really good drive up off the corner. And Justin Lewis keeping it in 5th, which means he is absolutely trying to save fuel. Because you never want to stay stuck in 5th here at Charlotte. I can promise you that.
That's probably what is costing him that extra little bit of speed that we are seeing him here. But you know what? He did move up from 10th to 9th while I was talking, so I think he's in a comfortable spot, even with sacrificing 4th gear.
Well, as I'm proven wrong, I looked through the rest of the field and everybody else kind of staying mired in 5th as well, so I guess the gearing just perfect this week.
Yeah, it's a possibility too. 5th might just be the way right now. Just about.
No, gearing does not actually display on our replay feed. Nice.
Lap 16 now. Eyes on Eric Johnson. The number 8 car settled in right behind Sabatino. Can he get close enough to make the pass? Ooh, 16 very close to the 11 right there. Michael Matta just about into the back door of Benjamin Smith. Let's see if he can make the pass now. Michael Matta just trying to make his way by. Smith's not going to let him. Oh, little contact. Just a touch.
At the bottom here in 1 and 2, Michael Matta with the advantage over the 11 machine of Smith. Smith working the outside line, trying to keep up with him, but not able to do it. Michael Matta going to take over the 11th spot here pretty quick, but here comes the 11 with another charge down to the bottom here in 3 and 4. 0X Toyota, and slides up the track a little bit, almost gets the door, the 16 machine. And on the front straightaway, the 17. Heavy contact, cross, almost goes around.
Yeah, oh man, the 16 into the 17. Oh, the 17 getting another piece. What is going on here? Nathan Cross getting 2 hard hits from his fellow drivers there, just seemingly out of nowhere. He was kind of high on the outside. Here we go.
Initial contact looks like he sent down the track a little too much there in the trial. Got into the side of the machine of Michael Matta. That right there, that 11 machine could use a little bit more patience there.
Yeah, no kidding. Benjamin Smith there, just about. If I hadn't thought that, I thought that maybe, he had kicked his dog or something from the way Benjamin Smith was driving. He just gave him a little tap and got right out of his way.
Yeah, there was nothing really that Nathan Cross could have done in that instance, just trying to recover from the contact on the front straightaway. And he's up the hill, and unfortunately, Smith gets into the back of him and stuffs him up into the wall. Heavy damage to the 17 machine. That's going to be just about insurmountable here, unless we get a caution.
Yeah, having to rely on that kind of thing in this situation, not ideal, but we'll see if time will get that yellow out for some of these drivers who have already gotten a little bit banged up. We see now the 11 up into the wall a little bit. That's Smith, but he's back here. If we take a look a little bit forward here, Dominic Batts.
Yeah, the term I use in situations like this is suboptimal.
Suboptimal, yes, that's a good way to put it there. Batts right now in the middle of a pack of 4. He's just ahead of the action here from Smith and just behind the action from Johnson, Eric Johnson.
As we see Nathan Cross come down pit road here, trying to take 4 tires and fix the damage a little bit on that 17 machine. And it's going to put him in a heavy deficit, though, because he's going to be way behind the rest of this field by the time he comes out. And
yes, he is.
As well.
Oof. Yeah, that off sequence is going to murder him, especially if we stay yellow for stay green for a long time here. That's going to be something that will cost him in the long run. Just want to shout out quickly to Kathleen in the chat saying, "Go Ronnie, number 22." Another fan of Ronnie Hurst here in the chat. Thank you, Kathleen, for participating. And folks, if you haven't yet shouted out your favorite driver, go ahead and let's hear it.
Also, connectivity issues for the 16 machine of Michael Matta. We were about to call that he just left the race, but he actually just left the timeline. He's back on track now, but heavy lag issues might become a persistent issue there for that 16 machine of Michael Matta, which would be very devastating because he's on, a bit of a good tear the past couple weeks.
That good tear is something that we want to see continue. We don't want to have that blow up into his face tonight.
And the last thing you want to have in these playoff races is have some kind of a technical issue take you out before you can even really go out there and score any points. Just look at the live standings right now. Justin Lewis leading the points over Trevor Dalton, Max Caldwell in 3rd, Corrales Steele 4th. The top 5 is going to be Cale Peterson with Chris Cornett, Ronnie Hurst, and Todd Merkel, followed by Michael Matta. That is your top 9 drivers in the standings at the moment.
Pretty good, pretty good. We've got some more folks in the chat here participating, saying that 13-20 gonna win tonight. Hopefully Matta. Or hopefully Andrew, excuse me. I read that wrong. Got to put my glasses on tonight. As we get a view here from the hoods of a couple of cars going down. Right now it's Mark Kazin in the 87. Zooming up behind Lowe in the 58 here on the outside of 1. Sun is setting here at Charlotte. It's going to be a lovely night for a race in just a few minutes here.
Right now up at the front of the pack, Andrew Palesci trying to reel in your race leader, the 27 machine of Trevor Dalton, but Dalton just slowly slipping his way away from these guys. They've held even the last couple of laps, so the 27 machine's really been quick. And as I say that, we watch the lead start to evaporate a little bit, and looking out the back of the 27 machine, you can kind of get a little bit of an idea why. You see Dalton running a little bit higher up the hill here through the corners. And if you're right on board with Palesci, you're going to see him keeping it low and slow, just running smooth lines here. Both these drivers running really smooth, but that middle seam, it can really chew those tires up a little too much if you're not cautious. And it looks like Dalton's starting to lose just a little bit of that momentum he had to start this thing off.
Yeah, I can see what you're saying. I'm sorry.
But Caldwell starting to put pressure to the back of the 81 machine of Palesci.
Yes, sir. Sparks flying off Palesci, I believe, as he taps the wall just briefly here. The 81 of Andrew Palesci now still getting the heat from Maxwell Caldwell. He's got a closer battle with Caldwell behind him right now. But I can tell, based on how he's driving, his eyes are still dead ahead on Trevor Dalton. We're talking about Andrew Palesci here. His eyes are dead ahead on Trevor Dalton. He can't think right now too much about what Caldwell is up to back there. He just needs to focus on hitting his line as cleanly as possible to try to close the gap, if he really wants to, with Dalton.
Look at how well Caldwell's doing right now. Riding on board right now, you see what's really benefiting that 94 machine. If Palesci wants to hold him back, he's going to go low and cover that bottom just a little bit more. Caldwell sniffing a little bit of clean air, running off tapered, running really shallow entries. And he's getting the thing hooked up right there on the blue. And it's, not all the way through the corner, but it's enough to really help take a little bit of the load off the right side tires. And that's going to help Caldwell just be a menace the later we get into this run. And it appears
Oof.
I have a child on my lap now, guys.
That's okay. It's a perfect race to watch. You got to teach them how races go early. I wish I was watching races at that age. And here we go. Camera is on Jacob Zala right now. Zala is currently holding on to the 8th place spot. He's kind of the back end of this pack of 3 cars right here. Maybe enough speed in him to take a shot here at Cale Peterson. Both of them up a little bit from where they started. But it's kind of hard to tell. I think it is a situation where Zala is trying to close, but I'm not sure exactly where he's using that nice low inside line that we just saw further out toward the front as well with Andrew Pileshi.
Zala set himself up here for the long run. Knows that going to the charging to the front might be a bad call early on these tires. Now working that outside line to try and get past low. He's basically going where they're not. And Zala desperately looking for just, a tinge of good luck here at some point in the season. It's been pretty much snake eyes every week for that 25 machine. And looking to maybe roll the dice and have a little bit better of an outcome as you see him work the outside now around Bristol winner Cale Peterson. Down the back straightaway, Zala with the advantage and the momentum. He's going to clear and move himself up into the 6th spot.
All right. Jacob Zala showing that he knows just how to conquer this track a little bit and maybe conquer the minds of his fellow drivers as he moves up to his 7th place, all the way up to the 6th place spot in tonight's race. He's not one of the top, he's not one of the contenders for the belt right now, but Zala's putting on one heck of a show.
Oh, we got a caution right now.
Uh-oh.
That's like the 11. Oh, yeah, the 11. Heavy damage to the right front. Brandon Smith, right front toe link completely knocked out. That's more than just a toe link. I believe that's an upper right there.
Oh, my goodness.
Good look at the Don B machine. Yeah, that right front's locked up like that. That's going to be a fast repair.
Oof. Oh, the carnage. Oh, the carnage. This is the side view on Benjamin Smith's car here, folks, the number 11.
The viewers at home, that the part where it says Goodyear Eagle, you shouldn't be able to read that. That should be spinning very fast. When it's not spinning, that means we're in trouble. Look what happened here. Him and the 43 machine just comes down a little bit. Nowhere really for the 43 to go. And a hard send up into the wall for Smith. And not much of a lift from Sabatino either.
Yeah, he just he kept on driving until he got him off his nose.
We're also, it's happening a bit further in the pack. One car comes up, one car comes down. I think the 11 maybe should have been a little bit higher there. But at the end of the day, it's just a racing deal. And these guys just run each other really hard in the midsection of the pack, and eventually you're going to see the patience run out. So right on board with the 43 machine. Hey, everything's fine. The next thing you know is the 11's right there.
And there he was, and there he went.
This is a common problem you get when you end up on tracks that end up with 2 or 3 distinct different lanes. Cars end up in places that you wouldn't necessarily expect them, and before you can even react to it, you're turning somebody or getting turned by somebody else.
And here comes the race off of pit road. Just about everybody in the race, it looks like here, used this opportunity. Just about. And after that race off pit road, let's take a look at the current standings and see how they are stacking up. Andrew Pileshi is out in first, folks. Maxwell Caldwell in second. Chris Cornett in third. Justin Lewis in fourth. Jacob Zala in fifth. Adam Lowe in sixth. Michael Mata in seventh. Trevor Dalton in eighth. Todd Merkel in ninth. And Eric Johnson in 10th. So pretty good stack up overall here. Here's another replay. What do we got here? Ooh. Very rapid pit road exit. As the lights are off in the pace car, we're going to get ready to go yet again here on Grid Vision very shortly.
Good camera angle here. You get to see the Musco lighting being turned on here at the track. Meaning we're about to start seeing a lot of different transitions, which means some of these lines may be really changing up as we get into later stages as this track temp starts to drop from the sun falling down out of the sky here. It's slowly falling. Joe, you see the skies falling right there? Look out, dude.
That
was the most NPC thing I've heard all day.
Well, I am a paid professional voice actor, so you know it just comes with the territory, man.
Yeah,
Here we go.
I just can't believe that I'm sitting here with one of the Pokemon voices of all time.
Right, I'll sign you an autograph, buddy. Don't worry.
No, please,
only $5.
The one and only Joe Castro.
Well known as the Pokepuff Pastry Contest MC, and I'll do it again someday. Here we go, looking for the green restart zone. Boom! Here we go, green yet again here on Grid Vision. Oh, who's that in the back there? Someone bounced off the wall real bad there in the back of the pack, but out in the front, it's the 81 of Andrew Pileshi. Everybody's getting sorted out here. Pileshi out in the front with Lewis and Cornette behind him for the 1-2-3. Cornette a little high on the outside. I'm not sure if he's trying to make that pass on the inside, the outside. I'm not sure if he knows either, but he's just trying to signal to the number 7 and say, hey, I'm here, and I am going to be squeezing past you as soon as I possibly can.
The 88 machine of Cornette working the outside line, trying to keep the 94 machine of Maxwell Caldwell at bay. Justin Lewis up in the second spot now. The big saves that he was pulling in that 7 machine really starting to work out as we see the 20 machine all the way down underneath the line, up into the track. A little bit of contact between him and Lowe. Zala, incredible save, though. Should have gone around.
Wow. What was almost a 4-wide situation became a 3-wide, became a 2-wide, and now we've got cars more or less sorted out. Michael Mattis high on the outside right now in the 16 machine. That Robin's Egg Blue looking good, but still trying to find a spot where he can safely put the car. The outside is a safe spot to be overall, but you know, now he wants to get down on the inside and try to avoid burning them up here. So, safe, but not ideal.
I just still can't get over the fact that Sala ran the apron in the center of 3 and 4 and lives to tell the tale. That was an Earnhardt move if I've seen one on here. That 25 machine pretty dang fast here, moving up into the 5th position over the 8 of Eric Johnson. Right now, Pileshi holding on to the lead as everybody starts to single file out here through the mid pack. I say that as Michael Matta takes a peek down to the inside of Eric Johnson here through 3 and 4. Matta also having to charge through the field, is running about 12th, 13th earlier on in the race. Really starting to wick it up here where it matters the most. Just wants to come out here, have a good finish, get a good, strong result here from Charlotte to hopefully advance those playoff ambitions.
It'd be nice to see. Very nice indeed. If he can make his way into the playoffs here. As we see eyes on the overall field, everybody's here is doing pretty good, except for these two going 2 wide right now. Todd Merkel with the number 10 of Dominic Batts just ahead of him just a little bit. They're 2 wide, trying to make the best of it in a single file world.
And Merkel, another one of those guys that's kind of had a hard luck season. Has shown a lot of pace some weeks, but other weeks just, been behind the 8 ball, caught up in somebody else's mess, or just not able to execute the way that he's wanting to in that Merkel Race Engines Mustang. But out here hanging with it, trying to finish out the season, working the outside line right now as you see the 20 machine of Cale Pearson charges by on the bottom. It's like Merkel may be trying to save some of his equipment here for a little bit later on.
Not a bad idea. We're only on lap 44, looking for 45 here. So we still do have a pretty good chunk to go. A little less than 100 laps, it's true, but still a pretty good chunk left to go.
Right now we see the United States Air Force Camry flying high here, trying to pick off as many spots as he can, working that outside lane through 3 and 4, carrying a lot of speed. Cale Pearson trying to move up the chart here.
Oh, here we go. Here we go.
3 wide. The 11 of Smith goes all the way up into the wall, but makes it stick. A little bit of contact there between Thiel and around goes the 11, and around goes the 20. Huge contact on the back straightaway, but no caution.
No caution is insane. My pick, Cale Pearson, just got screwed out of this race. If there was no caution flag here, how unfortunate. Look at what happens here. The 1 of Thiel, just a little bit close. I think he spooked the 11 a little bit.
Yeah, there's a little bit of contact. The 11 clips the 20 ever so slightly. The 01 slides up the track, gets up into the 20 as well, and then the 11 comes back down, and you see the results there.
It's all laid out for you, plain as day. What a mess. What a mess. Cale Pearson down 18th place now.
Meanwhile, pass for second place, Trevor Dalton. Around the 7 machine of Justin Lewis, now working the outside line here to try and make quick work of the 81 machine of Andrew Pileshi. On the high line here through 3 and 4, down the front straightaway, a little bit more advantage to the 27 machine, but here comes 81 fighting back hard on the inside. Down into 1 and 2. And Trevor Dalton going to send it deep into the corner on the high line, and I'm pretty sure he's going to have him clear coming out of turn 2 here. Yes, he does. Move Trevor Dalton back up to the lead.
Dalton takes the lead right back here, looking good. It was a nice pass here. Top 3 have been in pretty good contention for most of this race. Justin Lewis started this race in the pole position. He's down in the 3rd place right now, but both Trevor Dalton and Andrew Pileshi have moved up 1 place each as a result. Just behind the 3 of them, Maxwell Caldwell sitting in 4th place, exactly where he started things off here. Not a bad spot to be, still 4th place overall after 49 laps. It's not bad. So let's keep an eye on Maxwell Caldwell. If anybody has got a chance to really shake things up, it could be the man who hasn't yet gone down or up a single place in tonight's race in 50 laps.
I'll say one thing right now. Your top 5, 3 of those cars are playoff contenders. The only 2 in your top 5 right now that aren't in the playoffs is the 81 machine of Andrew Pileshi and the 25 of Jacob Sala. 2 drivers have felt really good about their opportunities to make it into the playoffs here this season, and both of them just, for myriad of reasons, not able to make the cut. Be huge for one of these 2 to be able to come out here tonight and walk off with a win, just to make the statement alone. So be looking for these guys to make some pretty gutsy moves as we get into the later stages. We see Chris Cornett getting passed by the 8 machine of Eric Johnson, another one of your drivers that just barely fell under the cut line.
Yeah, an unfortunate situation here is we do have some guys who just didn't quite make it to that championship cut, and they are looking around and saying, hey, these are the guys that I was battling it out to get there with. Didn't quite make it, but you can still give them one good race. And I think that that's the goal here, is that we keep the spirit of the competition high, we keep the spirit of the racing alive. And for those guys who don't have a B next to their name, who aren't quite in the battle for the belt here at the end, we're still going to give you a lot of love here on Grid Vision, because you are out here turning laps, and that's what it's all about.
Absolutely. With 52 laps on the board, Trevor Dalton solidified very well up there in the lead with 7/10 of a second advantage over second place Andrew Pileshi. We're going to send off to a quick word from our sponsors, and we'll be back to bring you more of the racing action here on the Grid.
Proudly offered top-tier liveries that showcase your unique style on the racetrack. Elevate your iRacing experience today with a stunning custom design that truly represents who you are and your passion for racing.
Racing isn't easy, but experiencing it is. iRacing puts you in the driver's seat with the industry's leading sim racing game. Drive on laser scan replicas of the greatest racing circuits from around the world. Go head-to-head against other drivers chosen by skill-based matchmaking to ensure competitive racing at every level. Compete across all your favorite series. In officially licensed cars, engineered to deliver the most accurate driving experience possible. Join a race or host your own with players from across the globe. Race against the computer or in a league with friends. Feel the thrill behind the wheel. Visit iRacing.com.
Hey folks, welcome back to the J&M Group Monday Night Cup Series. Julia Castro up here in the booth with Sheldon Atkins and Austin Derbyshire, the Gridvision boys. And we are bringing you some sweet action from Charlotte Motor Speedway. 125 laps here from the first round of playoffs here on the J&M Group Monday Night Cup Series. And leading things around right now, it's Trevor Dalton, who's been going back and forth with Andrew Pileggi pretty much all evening. The two of them have been trading the top spot here for the race. But we've had a little bit of action earlier with a wreck that involved Cale Peterson, and we had the 11 also of Benjamin Smith involved there. So a few names have had some trouble. Nathan Cross is out of the race, unfortunately. Benjamin Smith looks like he's also out of the race. So a little bit of a shakeup, but things are going otherwise going, and we haven't had it. We did not get a yellow from that last one, so we took a little break, and now we're back. Sheldon, how you doing?
Doing all right. Also, about 2-3 laps ago, Justin Lewis had a very dicey moment on the front straightaway behind Jacob Zala. 25 machine Zala got a little loose coming out of turn 4. Justin Lewis tags it off the wall behind him and drives through the grass. He comes down pit road, fixes the damage on the right side of the 7 machine. He's back out here on 4 fresh tires, but off sequence from the rest of these guys, and definitely behind the 8 ball from where he wants to be right now.
Ooh, yes, sir, yes, sir, yes, sir. And here's Cornette high on the outside right now. Oh, speaking of tagging the wall, Cornette's high on the outside of Drew Kuhn. Well, I think he's driving a Rice Krispies car this week. All right, snap, crackle, pop. So the Rice Krispies machine down on the inside here. Drew Kuhn's 21. He's not in contention, but Chris Cornette is. So let's see how Let's see how Kuhn treats Cornette.
I will have to say, Rice Krispies, we're in a way better bracket right now than Corn Pops. So,
yeah, I think he mentioned that last week.
He must have listened to me last week when I said, Rice Krispies, it does it for me, but the Corn Pops not so much. And the 21 machine looking significantly better this week than it was last week. But great pace came on that car. As you see the Pinnacle Wraps display on the rear deck lid of the Rice Krispies Treats car.
That's right.
Oh, Darby has the Rice Krispies Treats cars. I'm mistaken and old and deaf.
That's all right. But you mentioned Pinnacle Wraps there, my friend. I wanted to
Yes, I did.
I think it might be prudent at this time to talk a little bit about Pinnacle Wraps, if you wouldn't mind me taking a moment of our time. Pinnacle Wraps, folks, they are the official custom wrap provider, actually, for the DV8 Racing League in general here. So with hundreds of eye-popping wraps already under their belt, Pinnacle continues to deliver some of the best custom liveries you're going to find on iRacing. Do not settle for the same old downloads from the web. Drive Pinnacle, because when you drive Pinnacle, you drive distinction. Facebook.com/ePinnacleWraps, folks. If you want to get some more information, Facebook.com/E as in Echo, Pinnacle Wraps.
Get a nice slow pan here of the Kellogg's Rice Krispies Toyota Camry, piloted by Drew Kuhn. Look at that. Look at that. Look at the graphical fidelity iRacing has reached here in the past few years. The lights actually work on these tracks at night. See the reflections. It's beautiful.
Yeah.
I remember when this was all just farmland.
Yeah, well, now it's a beautiful racetrack, and we get a chance to see that great sense of fidelity, which is coming to you live through the simulator right now, and soon through NASCAR 25. Anybody saw the previews from that? The iRacing Service will be putting out a brand new product. Their partnership with NASCAR will extend to releasing NASCAR 25 here, I think, within the next couple of weeks, maybe? Is it in this quarter?
It is absolutely in this quarter. Be looking for things to be coming around October for console and November for PC.
Awesome.
Right now, what's going on track? A couple cars already coming down and pitting early. The 7 machine of Justin Lewis, we covered that earlier. 20 of Cale Peterson came down, as well as Carlos Steele and Chris Cornett, the 88 machine, came down pit road a handful of laps ago to get 4 tires and fuel. And Cornett trying to charge hard to get back up to the front here. Still think these guys may be pitting a little bit too early, but, you know, they know what the fuel metric is this week. Me, not so much. Let's look at the 25 machine of Jacob Zala down to the inside of Paleshi here. This is your battle for third place. Jacob Zala going to take the spot. Great pace out of that 25 Chevrolet tonight.
Great pace indeed. Michael Matta down pit lane there. The 22 also of Ronnie.
See a little bit of damage to the right front of the 22 machine of Ronnie Hurst.
Yeah.
Andrew Paleshi. You just saw him in a battle with the 25 machine of Zala. He's going to come down pit road here and take 4 tires and fuel.
That Rocket League Hacknet car. Here's the 27 of Trevor Dalton, your current race leader. He's looking for Todd Merkel, who is a lap down. He's going to put him a second lap down here. They're at least a, yeah.
No, Todd leaving pit road there, a little bit fresher tires. Going to a little wait potentially here from the 27 to Trevor Dalton as we see the 58 machine of Adam Lowe almost not get low enough as he almost barreled it down pit road as we were alluding to earlier.
Yeah, that was really close. What a shave there. More people down pit road. Joshua Yarbrough now down pit road in that beautiful, beautiful anime girl car.
That's your favorite car in the field, isn't it?
It's my favorite car on the field. Woo, buddy.
Oh, man. We have... You know what? I think... I don't know about you, Darby, but I think this is the most opportune time for a J&M Group presented Rev It Up. Never mind. Our producer's yelling at me for doing that, so... this place is a friend.
It's anime girl time. Woohoo! This is why we do it.
This is the real reason our producer brought out the joystick, is so he can zoom in on the anime rap.
Yes, sir. Hey, it's why we do it, okay? You got to drive for your waifu. You got to drive to make her proud. All right. Hey, how about now we go to a Rev It Up segment? How about that? We get to enjoy the sights and sounds of Charlotte for a little while, folks, and you do too. So go ahead and stretch those legs, refill those drinks, and we'll be back here after a little bit of this Rev It Up. Okay, folks, we're back from the Rev It Up segment here. We were just enjoying a little bit of the sights and sounds I mentioned of Charlotte. If you're just joining us here on the broadcast, it's nice to have you here just in time for
trouble.
a yellow flag to go out. Wow.
Put it in the grass.
Jacob Zala crashes, and that's going to throw off our whole feng shui for planning breaks and commercials, everything. Oh, it's all off
that's
now.
What we're here for, right?
That's true. That's true.
That's really going to throw off those everybody's pit strategies. You see 25 machine and Jacob Zala just getting loose coming out of pit road. Easy to do here with the bumps on the apron.
Wow, that's messy looking.
Grabs the throttle here. It snaps. He just doesn't. When you snap in this next gen car, it's not like the old car where you could save it. You know, you have nothing to lean on, no cushion. You can barely even feel it when it's coming around. Once that back end kicks, you're pretty much along for the ride. So you're right on board here.
A lot of
he does everything he can.
Yeah. It didn't seem like he had a lot of stability in the wheel when he was even hitting the gas there. Like, was he just hitting the gas too hard?
No, the problem is just the back end when you hit a bump in this car and you got a little bit of throttle in it. If you're in too low of a gear, or too high of a gear, apologies, it'll come around on you pretty quick. It's very easy to do at a lot of these tracks. It's actually a miracle we get less cars spinning coming out of pit road than we do.
That's wild.
So I always get nervous when we have green flag pit stops because I know that somebody's going to end up having trouble.
Roger that. And we've got
the majority of the field here getting the wave around. A lot of cars have to lap down into that pit sequence. This is really going to change the complexion of this race because we had a lot of guys that pit early that, you know, they're now stuck in a really weird situation with the tires and with the fuel.
Comes the lucky dog. I almost said the loggy dog for some reason. I don't know why I would say that. The lucky dog, Maxwell Caldwell, makes his way around the track right now. The 94 trying to get that top lap back. He's going to get back on the lead lap with that.
That's actually the relief lap now, guys, in 2025.
The relief lap.
Okay, we're not calling it a relief lap because we're not getting paid for it. But hey, if you want us to call the free pass car anything special, you know, give us a little money. We'll take care of it. Make it happen.
I like that idea. We'll sponsor it. Genius idea, Sheldon. I love it. The Golden Nugget Casino extra bonus lap. Something like that.
Chumba Casino, Chumbawamba. Yeah.
The Chumbawamba.
Okay, I'm told to go home. You guys have a great night.
You know, I thought you were going somewhere with that. Like, I get knocked down, but I get up again. Like, it's like a lap that they get back. You know, I was like, that's actually a deep cut. Way to go with that. That's really good. But I'm not. I think I'm giving you too much credit. Am I giving you too much credit?
You are giving me too much credit, buddy. Everything about me, everything I come up with is half-baked. The only thing about me that isn't half-baked is me.
Okay, fair enough. Well, I'll give you credit for that one, okay? You can take that one. I thought it was clever. As we see the 81 and 27 of Andrew Pileshi and Trevor Dalton, respectively, lining up right behind the pace car, whose lights are off, which means, as you know, we're going to get going again here very soon, folks. Now they're in the backstretch, just getting out of 2, getting ready for 3 and 4. Need a few more cars there, maybe, hopefully. People get stacked up. Here we go. That's Corolla Steel coming around through the back right now. Michael Matta is over there, too. I see Merkel. I see a few other cars. Everybody's trying to get lined up here before the start of the next stint. And we are almost to the triple digits, which means we are getting towards the end of this race. We have about 45 laps left in tonight's race. Not bad at all. Sub 50.
Yeah, it's been a rough handful of weeks for these guys with incidents and cautions, but tonight has been a very clean showing from the J&M Cup Series.
And there they go. Pace car is off. Looking for the restart zone now. It's Paleshi. It's Dalton. Who's it going to be here on the launch? It's Paleshi with the launch. Great launch out of Paleshi. Good start to this race as we are green yet again. What is happening back there? Ooh, crash on the restart. No caution there in the back. Unfortunate situation. And here come the cars back around. We've got a lot of speed on the field, so hopefully those guys will get back up to speed or down pit road or wherever they need to do to get out of the way. That's an unfortunate situation. Wow, really bad here. The 7 of Justin Lewis, though, looking to make the pass there as we go back in time and take a look at what happened. Oh,
Big check up there in front of these guys, and pretty much a domino effect.
Oh,
hanging back on the restart.
Just disgusting. Oh, unfortunate. You hate to see it. You just hate to see it. Meanwhile, what's going on? Number 10, Dominic Batts here. He is tucked in behind, looks like Justin Lewis, but there the 88 of Chris Cornett is between Batts and Lewis. Chris Cornett himself is down 1 lap from everybody else here, so he's just got to he's got to pass Cornett. He wants to get a pass for place.
Steele over the back bumper, the 43 machine just about clipped him coming out of turn 4. Steele looking high, looking low, not able to make anything happen though. As the 43 machine of Sabatino holding on to 6th place right now. That caution coming out when it did really helped the 01 machine out, put him in a top 10 spot.
That's right. That did. You know what? That yellow was such a blessing to certain people, but no one more almost than Carolla Steele in this case. Got his top 10 spot. He's back to where he started this race in 7th place, so it's about as good as it gets right now for the number 1.
Down to the inside, looking to the bottom of the 43 machine, but the 43 of Sabatino charges it around the outside line, working his way past the 94 machine now of Maxwell Caldwell down the back straightaway, neck and neck into turn 3. Caldwell trying to find the advantage. He's going to send it deep into the corner, but here comes the 43 fighting right back.
58 of Adam Lowe also involved in this a little bit. He's in the back. Ooh, I thought maybe there was going to be some contact there. The 01 trying to make his pass now on the 43. The 43 saying not quite, but having to give him the room anyway. The 1 now side by side with Steve Sabatino. Can they hold on to this through turns 1 and 2 into the back stretch? It looks like they are. Steve Sabatino is going to fall back a little bit. Carolla Steele is going to move up ahead.
Down to the bottom. Low trying to get past this 43 machine. And a really good clean pass out of turn 4. The 58 machine going to move forward, but remember, he's but never mind. I thought he was a lap down. I just didn't see his number on our scoreboards because it's a black number. So kind of went invisible there with the background for me. Carolla Steele now taking a peek to the outside. Nowhere to go for him. He is hounding the back bumper of that 43.
Yes, he is. And look at that 58 of Adam Lowe now here on the inside, still trying his best to make the pass on Sabatino. He's got him by a nose, by about Sabatino into the wall now by about half a car length. Still, it's Adam Lowe trying to make the pass. He's got the pass done now. Yes, he does. And he can slot in on the top line now, just behind Carolla Steele and just in front of Sabatino.
Here comes Steele working the outside, trying to get past Maxwell Caldwell through 3 and 4. Caldwell gets a little tight, loses the nose. Has the 58 machine right on the right rear quarter panel. It pulls him back. Carolla Steele makes the pass. Now working to the 10 machine of Dominic Batts here in the 1 and 2.
Oh, this is
all
really
up against the fence, trying to make it happen. Does the momentum carry? Yes, it does. We got one car around. Low sideways around goes the 20 of Peterson as well. All cars save it. That could have been a huge moment, but a big checkup for a lot of these guys.
What? There's still contact. Wow. Mata and Peterson with a little bit of a late contact there. Everybody sort of together and apart very quickly. There's the yellow. There's the yellow. Yeah. Wow. Let's see what happens here. Here's low up high on the outside.
20 Pearson
Ooh.
slides up into low, loses the nose behind him. There's
Mhm.
a big checkup. There's a big shake that, you know, bowed everybody up. Right on board with low here, tries to get to the throttle here in first, and
Oh, he's all over. He's dusted. Something's big wrong. Yeah.
the thing that I think is big wrong in that deal is he's hammering it in first, trying to loop it for a yellow, but that's just me.
Oh yeah, that's a good point. I thought something would actually happen to the car and make it happen like that, but there wasn't enough damage maybe to make that happen.
No, it happens.
Yeah. Yep. And there's the yellow flag, and here we are again. We're going to take a little break here on Grid Vision, folks, and when we come back, we're going to have some more here. It's 92 out of 125 here on the J&M Group Monday Night Cup Series, so don't go no.
Proudly offered top-tier liveries that showcase your unique style on the racetrack. Elevate your iRacing experience today with a stunning custom design that truly represents who you are and your passion for racing.
Racing isn't easy, but experiencing it is. iRacing puts you in the driver's seat with the industry's leading sim racing game. Drive on laser scan replicas of the greatest racing circuits from around the world. Go head-to-head against other drivers chosen by skill-based matchmaking to ensure competitive racing at every level. Compete across all your favorite series. In officially licensed cars, engineered to deliver the most accurate driving experience possible. Join a race or host your own with players from across the globe. Race against the computer or in a league with friends. Feel the thrill behind the wheel. Visit iRacing.com.
Hello, folks, and welcome back again to the J&M Group Monday Night Cup Series here on Grid Vision. It's me, Jolo, up in the booth with Sheldon Atkins and Austin Derbyshire, and we are going to be set right now to bring you the latter half of this race. There goes the pace car. We're ready to go here. It's Michael Matta out in the lead right now with Trevor Dalton out there as well, looking for the restart zone. And we are green yet again here on Grid Vision.
What we got here is we got a 30-lap shootout to decide the first stop of the playoff round.
Michael Matta leading him down in 1 and 2 over Justin Lewis. Andrew Pileshi cycling himself up to 3rd place here, working the bottom lane for 27 of Trevor Dalton, trying to tuck in front of Corrales Steele, and just able to get himself clear down the back straightaway. And around the outside, here comes the 7 machine of Justin Lewis. We haven't talked about him in a while today. Knowing he's got a short stint to finish it out, nothing really to say for, just time to stab and attack.
That's a good way to put it. Stab and attack, which is, as you put, also not what we saw Lewis doing earlier in this race. He was sort of settled in behind.
Him and Pileshi make a little bit of contact.
Wow, that had me nervous for a second. A little bit of a clinch there, a little bit. But Lewis was playing it cool earlier. He fell back to 6th, 7th place, and he was just playing it cool back there. Now he's back up in the front. He's almost back up to the pole position where he started this race, and I'm excited to see him charge during these last 30 laps here.
Yeah, right now, the biggest saver at Costco looks like it's the 27 machine of Dalton. Hanging back, letting these guys race it out. A little bit of contact between Pileshi, getting into the back of Michael Matta here through 1 and 2. Matta slides up the hill a little bit, holds the bottom lane. Pileshi now going to the outside line with the 7 machine of Justin Lewis here in the 3.
And Pileshi is the only person in the top 5 right now, the only driver who's not in the battle for the championship, but he is driving to win this race as if he is. He has been absolutely on fire tonight.
In the outside line through 1 and 2. Here comes 81 machine Pileshi, now tugging up to the back bumper of the 7 machine, and he dives down to the bottom here in the back straightaway. Door to door into turn 3. I'm pretty sure Lewis is going to let the hard-charging 81 machine go by. Yes, he does. Into turn 3, the 81 of Andrew Pileshi, your race leader.
Pileshi, like I said, driving this race as if he was in the battle for the cup, the battle for the belt, excuse me. But he is in the lead right now as Eric Johnson, back in 5th place, also sneaks his way into the top 5. Another person who's not quite in the battle for the belt, but who wants a slice of tonight's
almost around.
action.
The 27 machine of Dalton gets clipped a little bit by Sala on the back straightaway, it looks like. Great save as he dives down to the inside of Eric Johnson here through 3 and 4. Up to the door, a little bit of contact. Oh, and the 27 gets loose out of 4. Loses a spot here to the 25 of Zala, but keeps it in the right direction.
Now, that's the kind of thing that you could get a receipt for real easy. That's the kind of thing that's going to stay in the mind of the 27. And he's going to say, next time I'm door to door, you don't get any leeway, my brother. You don't get any quarter at this point. You're going to have to fight for it. Well, let's see. Here comes the 8 right now. Trying to make his way through. Eric Johnson. Ooh, big hit off the wall for Corrales Steele.
I guess he's feeling it out.
I think you've used that one before, but I'll allow it. I will allow it once per race, I think, because it's really funny every time. I'm not kidding. I like it every time. So, well
went down to the bottom. Here comes Lowe trying to make a peek on the inside of the 10 machine of Bats. Nowhere to go. Sends it back up to the middle. Hole closes, falls back in line behind the 10 machine. But Adam Lowe trying to make something happen here in the closing stages. Across the stripe this time. 25 to go.
That was really, really close there. I'm wondering how that action is going to play out. Whoa, no, here's what happens.
Around goes
Merkel's
Merkel.
around.
And home contact on the back straightaway.
Oh, Merkel had a chance to avoid some serious damage there. But unfortunately, the number 2 is going to go nose first into the inside wall.
And Todd Merkel's terrible, no good, awful, horrible luck season just gets a little bit worse here at Charlotte as we got to move down to the inside here. The 01 machine trying to get past the 25 of Zala into turn 3. Two of the most aggressive drivers in the series. This right here could get pretty froggy. Not to call it frog in your throat, Joe.
No, that's fair. He's been gone for a while. He's watching the race now. And now the thing here, though, is that Zala and Thiel is in the running. Zala is not. So let's see how this goes.
Look, Joe, I'm just glad you haven't croaked on us.
Well, if I make the leap, so I've got nothing.
Yeah, I'm glad you stopped where you were at. Keep that one on the lily pad a little longer, won't you?
Yeah. Lily pad was next on my list, jerk. Yeah, here comes someone trying to leapfrog right now. Michael Matta, high on the outside. The 16 car is trying to leapfrog a few positions if he can. Stuck in there. He's trying to see if he can get side by side with Dominic Botts, but he's got a
contact
bad
in 3 and 4. The 01 machine of Thiel gets up into the door of the 25 machine of Zala. These two have been racing hard. Todd Merkel returning to the track from getting his damage repaired in the 2 machine. A little bit of contact here in the front straightaway again. Zala gets stuffed up into the fence a little bit, still trying to work the outside lines of the 25 machine. But here comes the 01 charging hard through 1 and 2, and I think he's just barely, no, he's not. The 25 still hanging on the quarter panel, and more contact.
The 20 of Cale Peterson hard into the wall, and then he straightens it out. But that was a really heavy hit for Cale Peterson back there in the wall. Wow.
And Theo tags the apron a little bit in 3 and 4, chases the car up the hill to avoid looping it, but loses a lot of time and momentum to the 25. Now he's being charged by the 2 machine of Todd Merkel.
That 2 car, Todd Merkel, has been back. Now he is on lap 104, and the other guys are on 106 right now, working their way through it. So he's a little ways back, but Todd Merkel is still in the running for the championship. So it's going to take a miracle for him to get back up and anywhere towards competition right now with less than 30 laps to go. But we'll see.
The 81 machine trying to complete the walk-off of a century here. Just barely missed his way into the playoffs. Showed so much speed all season, but bad luck keeping him knocked out of the championship rounds here. Trying to get the job done, prove that he was, somebody that deserved to be in the hunt for the championship. And the pace that we're seeing out of him right now, it's a crying shame that he's not going to be able to race for that belt in a couple weeks.
Yeah, you're right. Charlotte, as you said, can be kind of a dangerous track, kind of a place where if you don't know what you're doing, it can eat you up quick. But it looks like Andrew Pileshi has just been out here putting on a course. He's been fighting left and right with Justin Lewis, fighting left and right with other drivers here who have been up at the top spots, Trevor Dalton especially, and he has been earning every single inch that he has been clawing for himself here at Charlotte Motor Speedway so far. Definitely been one of his better runs.
Been a great run for that 81 machine here tonight. He's had a couple good ones this year, but a lot of things have gone sideways, more literal than figurative for that 81 car. But getting a good result here tonight as long as he can just hang on for another 15 laps.
And 15 it'll be. Dominic Batts right now down on the inside of Eric Johnson. These two both not racing for the belt, but still racing each other very hard. Batts, can he make the pass? Maybe. He's got some good momentum and a good angle down the inside.
But here comes that 8. And he grabs the apron a little too much, gets up to the door of the 8 machine. They almost go around out of turn 2. Batts quick over the radio to apologize to the 8 machine of Johnson, but he's going to take us there 3 wide down into 3.
Oh, wow. The 27 and 94 are right into each other. 94.
Owen Dalton, one of your championship favorites here in the middle of a hornet's nest in that 27 machine. Last place he wants to be. A little bit of contact with the 8 of Johnson here on the front straightaway. Johnson not giving him the room he needs, down to 1, and here comes Merkel.
Back to it. Todd Merkel here on the inside now.
And Todd is angry with somebody, and the 8 machine of Johnson tries to push Todd down the track into turn 3. That was a bold move.
No kidding. Bold move is an understatement, my friend.
Bold strategy, Cotton.
Let's see if it plays out. Here we go. Line of 3 right now. Jacob Zala. Ooh, just trying to get out there and keep the air off the nose of the cars behind him, I guess. It's not really, it's more like a super speedway behavior, I think, but.
Yeah, right now, the air, it's not so much the draft that matters here, Charlie, but it's that dirty air. And if you can throw blocks and take the air off the nose of the car behind you, make a lot of things happen. You see Zala hanging onto that bottom lane here. Right behind Justin Lewis and Zala, another one of these guys that wants to get out here and contend for a win. It's been a terrible season for him, wants to have something to show for it. And a victory at Charlotte would be just what the doctor ordered for that 25 program.
Just what the doctor ordered, indeed.
And also, child update. She is now on my head. On my shoulders, trying to pick at my hair like she's a monkey eating bugs.
Getting the full National Geographic experience. Oh, battle for second, though, here with some crazy contact. Zala is on the inside, but it looks like it's going to be Justin Lewis into the wall, losing a little bit of speed as Zala makes the pass. Corolla Steele also down there, moving up into third in the same pass.
She just came through, didn't she?
Yep.
We'll save you for Wednesday night, hon. Go back over there. Either way, Sala getting up to second place now with a whole bunch of clean air. Does he have the time to reel in the 81 machine, or does he even have the drive left to do it? Corolla Steele taking a peek to the bottom of Justin Lewis here through 3 and 4, and he's going to make the pass with ease. Means that 7 machine of Lewis, he thought he was saving so much there. Burning a little bit more off than he needed to. In fact, a little bit of a disadvantage on the tires, definitely not helping him.
Yes, sir. That disadvantage is really making him fall back here as he goes high to the outside in 1 and 2, just using this wide line. And I guess he's trying to save his momentum as much as he can, but that has not been doing him many favors here as he sits around 4th place, 3 down from where he started. He's had a hard time maintaining the lead in this race. He got it early, but he has not been maintaining it for most of this race. Here we go.
Front of the pack. The 81 machine of Pileshi trying to hold off a hard-charging lap car. The 16 machine of Michael Mata. Mata peeking down to the bottom here in 3 and 4. Doesn't want to be too much of a decision maker here for this finish.
Don't blame him. 7 laps to go. Zala.
Jacob Zala has cut that lead down from 1.4 seconds now down to 1.2. 30.3 from Jacob Zala. That last lap of 30.4 from Andrew Pileshi. The time is running out, though. Zala needs to be a lot quicker here if he wants to get the job done.
He does. He does. He's only got 6 laps left. With 6 laps to go, does he have it left in the car to get it done? I'm sure he's got it left in his heart, in his mind, but does he have it left in the car to get it done?
Was not a good 3 and 4 there for the 25 machine. Bottled it up just a little bit, loses some more ground, bringing the advantage back to 1.2 for your race leader, and he's just stalled out where he's at. He can't, get extra speed that isn't there. Zala's been charging so hard to get through the field. A caution right now would be everything for that 25 machine, but caution would also be the worst case scenario here for all of our sanity.
Yeah, that's not what we want to see right now. Let's just keep it clean to the end. Keep it clean, all green. That's what we say. That's what I say as of this race.
Came across the line there that time, leading us to 5 laps ago. Andrew Pileshi leading Jacob Zala, 2 guys that got cut out of the championship round here, leading and putting together strong performances here at Charlotte for the first round of the playoffs. Corolla Steele, your first playoff hopeful, followed by Justin Lewis and Dominic Batts, as well as Maxwell Caldwell, Trevor Dalton, Eric Johnson, Drew Kuhn, and Chris Cornett. So a majority of your top 5 right now not actually playoff drivers. Did you see that coming into this one, Joe?
No, I really didn't. I was kind of expecting there to be a few names up there. Now, we've seen some bad luck on the field tonight. We saw Cale Peterson. He got really beat up tonight. We saw a couple other names that were pretty fast, like Michael Mata. Trevor Dalton didn't quite make it up there tonight. I was expecting a little bit more speed, maybe a little bit more, but between bad luck and just a bit of lack of speed, these guys who are in the battle for the belt really had a tough time tonight.
But that's Charlotte, though. Everybody's good at Charlotte. And a lot of things can happen here. This layout, the way the track's worn in and everything, can provide for a lot of unpredictable moments. But the prediction right now is we got 2 laps left on the board. The 81 machine strong, 1.2 seconds ahead of second place Jacob Zala. Make it 1.4 down the back straightaway. And Pileshi is just hoping that all the predictions lead to him coming across the start-finish line here to take the white flag and steal this deal off. As Corolla Steele side-by-side again with Jacob Zala.
And let's see if Thiel and Zala can keep it clean, but they're going to have to do it over the course of the next white flag lap, which means no matter what happens, folks, we are going to the line, and there will be a victor in tonight's race. So there's nothing holding back Thiel, nothing holding back Zala. They are going to race each other as Thiel makes the
and a big
pass
block.
for second. Big
Thiel blocks him all the way down to the apron. In a 3,
Zala
here comes
says
the 25 of
no.
Sala. He sends him up into the fence. Hard contact, both cars around in 3 and 4. Does Thiel have enough to make it to the stripe in front of 3rd?
And across the line goes Andrew Pileshi, and Thiel takes 2nd. 3rd goes to Dominic Batts. Now, these are all unofficial results, of course, folks. Very unofficial results, but that was a wow, what a scrap there at the end. A little bit overshadowing Andrew Pileshi's pretty dominating finish there. What a block, what a move.
You know. Wind it
That's
back
Thiel.
here. But yeah, you know, those two are racing each other. Real hard, difficult. All race. And they're fighting over the radio right now. See right here coming out of turn 2, up on the outside, the 25 machine is Zala trying to hang on here. Loses it here in the middle of the corner. Gets passed by the 01 machine across Thiel. These two have a history this season. A lot of people have history with the 01 machine, but, you know, I don't think Corrales was necessarily too dirty in this. You know, he's just trying to block the whole position. The 25 machine Zala sends it in on the apron with, you know, it looks like a little bit of intent to kill. And both cars hardened to the wall in 3 and 4, but Corrales still able to hang on for 2nd place to solidify his championship hopes.
That's right. That's right. With Dominic Batts in 3rd, that's going to be a 1-2-3 that includes only one champion hopeful for tonight's race for the overall championship. So what a race, though. We had a few times during that race that I thought we were going to get yellow flags, where we straight up just didn't. A lot of people fixing bounces off the wall, a lot of drivers going sideways and straightening it out. But through all of that, and despite all of that, Andrew Pileshi has come forward and taken the checkered flag here at Charlotte Motor Speedway.
A well-deserved win for that 81 machine, too. You know, he's had the pace, he's had the opportunities this season, but they've all slipped away from him in pretty unpredictable manners. You know, definitely stings that he's not able to make it into the next round of the playoffs, but you know what? A win at the end of the day makes everything a little bit better.
That's right. That's right. A win will always be a win. It always feels good to win, doesn't it? As we break down the unofficial results here from Charlotte Motor Speedway, let's do it. Andrew Pileshi wins the race tonight in 1st place. 2nd place goes to Corrales Thiel. 3rd, Dominic Batts. 4th, Justin Lewis. 5th, Maxwell Caldwell. 6th, Trevor Dalton, after battling through the first several times there with Andrew Pileshi. It goes to 7th goes to Eric Johnson. 8th, Drew Kuhn. 9th, Chris Cornett. And 10th, Adam Lowe.
Bringing it home, P11's going to be Mark Kasdan with Jacob Sala in 12th. 13th go to Ronnie Hurst with Joshua Yarborough in 14th. 15th place going to Cale Peterson, followed by Todd Merkel, Michael Matta, Steve Sabatino, Benjamin Smith, Nathan Cross, rounding out the top 20. And I'll tell you what, it was looking here at the board, you know, it wasn't a great night for a majority of these playoff guys.
No. The biggest side of them was at the bottom of the stack, unfortunately. But they were all kind of mixed out throughout. I mean, we had one guy on the podium, but at the same time, I'm looking forward to some more fight out of these guys. Maybe this race will light the fires underneath some of those guys. And in the meantime, we're going to have a chance to talk to some of these drivers, starting with the 3rd place finisher, Dominic Batts. Dominic, can you hear us?
Yes, I can.
All right, my friend. Hey, congratulations on that 3rd place finish. You ended up leading only one of the laps from tonight's race, but you stayed alive through a lot of them. Now, there was a couple of times during tonight's race that I thought maybe a yellow flag was going to come out. We saw some crashes. You managed to stay ahead of a lot of that. How was the race from your perspective down on the track?
So yeah, the no cautions was wild tonight. To be honest, it actually worked in my favor. I got a little bit of wheel damage early on, so I had to put one of my sets of tires on early. So I had to conserve through the whole middle of the race, and that kept me clean, kept me away from everybody. And then the final pit stop came. I was able just to push with 30 laps left and kind of work my way up.
And so you did, my friend. You worked your way up perfectly, made it all the way up to third place. Then there were some battles ahead of you that freed things up a little bit, and you were able to speed on through to get that podium finish, my man. And you know what? That's what counts right there at the last moment. Was there anybody during tonight's race that actually gave you, like specifically another racer that you might want to give a shout out to, either positive or negative, that was just
absolutely.
like that? Yeah, that's the one. Who is it?
Nathan Cross and Steve Stabato. I just met them through the league, and I'd never driven this track in this car before. Like I did like 5 laps like in practice, and then I joined this practice. But they are like, hey, lift here. Typically, like lower line, this is better on tires. So like they gave me the rundown in the first 5 minutes, and they got me through to them like tonight. Like I used their lift point all night, and it just worked great.
Hey, that's really great to hear. Sometimes, you learn a little bit from the guys around you, and that's why league racing can be a whole lot of fun. So I'm glad that that worked out for you, and it definitely did. You got that third place, that bronze medal. Anyone you want to shout out to or thank besides someone on the track for your finish tonight?
I'm gonna say everybody in the league, and you guys casting, say it's fantastic. I'm new to oval racing. Everyone's been pretty helpful. Todd Merkel, he's a IRL guy I go-kart with, and he got me into the league as well. And just everyone here, thanks for showing up and being here.
All right, Dominic, thank you also for showing up and putting on a great race tonight. We look forward to seeing you next time around.
Thank you. Have a good night.
All right, folks, that was your third place finisher, Dominic Botts, and we are going to pass the microphone over to Sheldon Atkin, who is going to talk to second place's finisher, Carolus Thiel, about how his race went. Go ahead and take it away, Sheldon.
Well, Thiel, it's been a up and down season for you, to say the. Joe, can I get you to please carry it for me? Kiddo.
Yep, you got it, my friend. Carolus Thiel. It was an up and down race for you. You had a couple of times there where we thought maybe that was it. Where we thought that you maybe were going to be out of the race for good, but you managed to keep things on the track. And then that battle at the end, let's just walk through that battle at the end of the race. It was quite the sight.
Yep. So I don't know if it's just the new tire model or if it's just these cars. But it is just so hard to pass here. You can run side by side, lap after lap after lap. I think the 2 and then the 25 and me were 3 wide for like at least a couple corners, and we were just struggling to get by each other there. But coming to the last lap, I got a little bit of an exit on him, blocked him like an absolute son of a bitch, and then he sent it in, and Danica. So I wouldn't say that block was particularly a good block. It was one of the worst ones I've ever thrown personally, but I'm in the playoffs. He's not. It's the final lap. No contact was made prior to the corner. And honestly, if he'd kept in it and turned me, I probably wouldn't have been angry. And then after what we saw, I'm sure y'all have replayed it back, turn 3. No remorse whatsoever. No remorse at all.
No, you definitely, down on the inside there. You managed to hold that position here as he tried to really charge down in there. And then that last spin, was one of those things we're talking about all night. Who's battling for the championship? Who's not? How's it going to play out? And you ended up coming out just enough on top to get that silver medal. You were the only one in the top 3 who's actually in the battle for the belt. So congratulations again there on getting some sweet championship points, my man. Very, very good job.
Lord knows I need some of those.
Yeah, well, you've got to. I think you're sitting pretty second place, something like that, in the championship standings right now. So holding on to those.
Really?
I think so. I think that's where we saw you were. Let's maybe we can pull those up.
I came in near the bottom. I think I was second from the top.
I'm wrong. I'm sorry about that. That's on me. Oh wait, I got you in second here. Yeah.
Interesting. Okay, I might have been looking at the wrong one then. I
Well,
went into this
hopefully-
under the impression that I needed some points. So points I got.
Points you've got. Hey, either way, my friend, you've cemented your place in second place very, very well. And I just want to say congratulations again. Is there anybody you want to shout out to or thank for your run tonight?
Shout out to the 5 kittens that I picked up this morning, or well, afternoon.
Hey.
Yep. one of them's found a home already. Buddy texted me, so we're chilling on that, and it sounds like we're getting more of them gone. So, woohoo!
That's wonderful. Hey, that's really great. So Corolla Steel, everybody, taking the second place spot, and we look forward to seeing you next time around. I think we are going to, where are we going next time around? Let me take a quick look at that. Taking a look at the
we're going to
schedule.
Homestead.
Homestead. Yeah, Homestead,
Yep.
Miami. All right. We'll see you at Homestead then, my friend.
See you, Homestead.
All right, Corolla Steel. And Sheldon, are you back?
Yes, indeed, brother.
Hey, why don't you take over and go ahead and try again this time? We'll just do I'll let you interview first place's finisher tonight.
All right, sounds good to me. Let's get old Andrew Pileshi up here in the booth. I still can't move him. There we are. And sitting here with the winner tonight, and honestly, I'd be willing to say Dominator. 54 laps led on the board for the 81 machine, Andrew Pileshi. Man, first off, talk me through your night.
Yeah, man, how's it going? Yeah, it's just kind of got lucky there. Kind of almost got the, I don't know, involuntary pull with the ULs there. And name of the game here is tire wear. Just try to take it easy and have some stuff at the end. This place is known for a lot of tire strategy and things like that. So that first run just kind of wanted to maintain that top 3 spot without burning my stuff up. I didn't want to let Trevor run away, but I didn't want to give up. I didn't want to let him out of sights, and I didn't want to let anybody get by me from behind. And then the caution just fell, and I kind of let my enemies shoot themselves in the foot. And it's kind of all worked out. Had the better tires, got lucky.
Does it feel? It's been a rocky season for you, that 81 machine. You know, a lot of opportunities where you could have walked away. You know, sitting in the spot you're in right now, but you know, it's just kind of felt like Lady Luck has dealt you a bad hand week in and week out. How's it feel to finally just be able to get it all put together, click together where it belongs, and walk home with hardware, so to speak?
Yeah, it feels pretty good. I'm used to the bad luck, so it's nice when things work out in my favor. Yeah, we definitely had some speed this season and just couldn't catch the brakes and things like that. Like Pocono was one where I thought I could have definitely won that.
Yeah, I felt the same for you up here in the booth watching Pocono, honestly, because you had a lot of pace. You and Todd Merkel were both on it that week.
Yes, we were, and it's good to have some speed with a teammate for sure. But yeah, it's nice to put one together finally. Hopefully now broke the ice, get some more. I plan on being here the rest of the season. I approach the season kind of like a Mark Martin style, like I'll just do it when I want to have fun. But turns out it's really fun every week. A lot of good guys in here, so we're gonna try to go get some more and disrupt these playoffs a little bit for these guys.
Well, with the big win tonight, who do you want to think and shout out?
Well, first and foremost, all the guys at DV8 League for putting on the races here and everything they do. You guys up in the booth, you guys do a phenomenal job. I love watching these back. And I've been disappointed it's taken me this long to get up here to talk to y'all. And my teammates, Max, Todd, Justin, Trevor, the whole Merkel Racing Engines 1320 guys. We lean on each other a lot. We learn a lot from each other, so it's always fun racing them.
Well, Andrew, congrats on the big win tonight, man. Thanks for coming up here and talking with us. Trying to burn it down too much, you know. It is only Monday night.
Yeah. Hey, I gotta say one more thing because I just peeped the chat. We don't condone hacking in Rocket League. I gotta thank my sponsor, BargainRocketLeagueHacks.net.
Yeah, that's a producer. You're going to take that one up with him out in the parking lot after we're done here in the booth. He'll sick his cat on you, I promise you.
Oh no!
No, you joke now. Karen's like the cougar from Talladega Nights. She'll get you, man.
Oh no! Well, maybe let her ride with me. We'll see what we can do, and maybe she can teach me how to play Rocket League a little better.
But she'd eat you alive, man. That cat is absolutely a man eater.
well, I'll take your word for it. Hopefully, I'll stay away from her. I won't anger her too much.
All right, well, you take care, Andrew. I'm gonna head on back to old Joe LaCastro here to bring us on out here for the evening.
And hey, we're back and we are on our way out the door. Like you just said, Sheldon. Wow, Charlotte Motor Speedway, we had a solid 125 laps. Good way to start the playoff season, I think, with a lot of action tonight. What do you think?
Yeah, no, we saw a little bit of everything. We saw, great clean racing. We saw great, not that at all. A couple incidents here and there. And all in all, I couldn't predict
at any point who was going to walk away with it until that 81 machine of Paleshi just got that front and just walked away. You know, great race tonight, great drive out of him, and you know, it looks like we got a little bit of cleanup to follow this week too, because there was a couple fists thrown, a couple haymakers here and there.
That's right. That's right. Just a few lefts, just a few rights, an uppercut, and now we got a whole nother sport to deal with. But you know what? We're going to be going to Homestead next time around, and I think that's going to be a good race because Homestead, you know, you get a similar kind of experience with those lefts and rights at Homestead. So let's go ahead and wrap things up here at Start Though, and let's go home. So, folks, I want to thank everybody for participating in the chat tonight. We had especially some good interactions on the chat there. Thank you all for doing so. And from the entire Grid Vision team, I want to thank you guys for watching and participating. So for more information on getting your league broadcast, or if you want to start your career in broadcasting, contact us on Facebook, X, or email us at info@gridvision.live. Congratulations again to Andrew Paleshi on winning tonight's race from Charlotte Motor Speedway. This has been Joe LaCastro, Sheldon Atkins, and our producer, Austin Darbyshire. And hey, we'll see you next time on the grid.